Hi there, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video today. If this is your first time here, please think about commenting, liking, and subscribing and sticking around for a little bit. I have some fun here with my family. For my family who has been sticking around and growing, thank you so much for being on this journey with me. I mean it from the bottom of my heart. I'm on the road to 100. You guys know this is a big goal of mine. And as of this publication, I have 35 subs. I don't even know 35 people. So thank you so much from the bottom of this evil little heart of mine. I highly appreciate it. So thank you. I am humbled. Before I start in today's topic, yes, I'm wearing the same outfit that I was wearing previously because I'm doing a filming day. But I want to give a quick shout out to Melissa Blue Delish for doing these earrings that I purchased from her. They are beautiful. And to my friend Ken for making this awesome shirt, Reed Street Gang, Red Oak, Iowa, hometown, what? I will put links in the description box where you can purchase both of these items or something very similar to that. There are many different fun things on both of their sites. Now, I purchased these stuff. These are not gifted to me. I purchased them because I believe in my friends and I believe in my friends' awesome abilities to be a small business. I support small business. So I just want to spread the word and the happiness of these beautiful earrings and these awesome shirts. And I'm planning on getting another shirt. So yay. Okay, so today this is going to be kind of a beginning Terra part 5A. I have had some interesting questions and I thought I would sit down and kind of talk to you guys about some of these interesting questions that I have been getting. And remember, I'm not an expert. I am self-taught as well as many of you. So I'm taking you on the journey that I have been through. And I want to remind everybody that you can never stop learning Terra. It is a very difficult thing to master. Bowie's saying hi, by the way. It's a difficult thing to master. And even when you master something, you are still not done learning. So it's a process. And I don't want anybody beating up on themselves or feeling bad if they're not getting it right away. It takes practice. It's just like riding a bike. You didn't just jump on a bike. Well, most people didn't just jump on a bike and go without training wheels and then without somebody holding on the back of their bike and then finally doing it on their own. Don't feel bad if it's going to take you a while. But once you get on that bike, the journey begins for you. Let's keep that in mind. So, an interesting question that I got was, what does the Bible say about tarot cards? Now, I am not super familiar, so everything that I looked through, I could not find the phrase tarot card in the Bible. However, I did find that at some point popes were using different types of tarot cards in their work. Whatever that means, I don't know. But there were popes who were using tarot cards as part of their sermon, their service, their learning, whatever. But I did find it strange that some people who are very Christian do not consider tarot cards to be evil because it doesn't fall in a certain category. I believe the categories that were mentioned were necromancy, divinations, fortune telling, false idols, things like that. So I'm having a hard time saying the word, and I apologize. I will spell it out here so you all know what I'm talking about. Divinations is a huge umbrella term that lots of things can fall under. And I would believe that tarot cards would fall under that particular category. But there are people who say it doesn't. I think if it's same as like stargazing and horoscopes and things like that, that all falls under the same type of category, but people choose to say that tarot cards has nothing to do with that, or they say that they're evil. The thing is, I can't tell you what your belief system is. If tarot cards is something that makes you uncomfortable and you don't like it, then just simply don't pick them up. If it is something that is a something that is worrying you on a religious level, something that you are concerned about, um, I would talk to somebody who is more in the religious field who might be able to give you a better answer than I can, because the way I look at it is there are plenty of things in the Bible that if people took literally, most of us would be dead right now. So however you believe, I support that. I just don't feel comfortable giving you um, any advice on what to do if you feel like this is against your religion, or you feel like it's something that is going to harm you or your soul or anything like that. I don't feel comfortable with that. I would advise you to go someone who is versed in that type of area, um, and talk with them, because I want you to get the right information. So whatever you believe, it's right for you. I don't want to lead you to an answer that may not be appropriate for you. So yeah, I wish I could tell you more. I don't know how to interpret the Bible. I don't speak for um, anything to do with the Bible. So um, please ask somebody who you trust that will give you an answer that their interpretation of the Bible matches your understanding. So, yeah, um, I hope that's a good answer. The next question I get is, how long should I do a reading? How long should a typical reading take? Um, there there's obviously no time limit, but you have to read how you feel comfortable. And there will be a point when you are doing readings that you're going to get completely exhausted, and this is going to be a trial and error for you. My suggestion is you start off with 10 minutes. Now, 10 minutes might be too much for some people right away. It may not be enough for some people, but 10 minutes is a good place to start. You kind of want to work up to the 15-minute mark, but I would try starting with a 10-minute mark for a few weeks before you move up to a 15-minute mark. Now, the reason why I say 15 minutes is most places that are paid sites or psychics or anybody who does these types of services like myself, they charge by 15 minutes. Everybody is different, but that seems to be the common thing that I have seen is 15-minute charges. Anything less than that is not really been charged. I've never seen someone charging for a 10-minute reading. Usually it's a 15-minute reading. So the longest reading I have done is over 100 minutes. And let me tell you, I was exhausted and I felt like I was going to throw up. And um, I don't know if it was appropriate to do a reading that long. I was in a situation that I really couldn't maneuver it any other way. Um, but 100 minutes is a dang long time to go. And you really need to be aware of your limits and listen to your body. Your body is going to start giving you signals that you're done. And that is anything from a dry throat to you start coughing to you feel really fatigued, your throat might hurt, you might start sneezing. Your body is going to tell you, I am done with this reading. And while there are times that you may not be able to, just for whatever circumstance that you're in that particular moment, you want to listen and try to at least take a break if you're able to, and then come back to the reading. But working up to 15 minutes is a good goal. After that, there are psychics who do many types of readings that they charge. Usually it's by the quarter, so 15, 30, 45 an hour. I don't necessarily like going over 30 minutes in one reading because I feel like I get tired and the point may be lost. And I might not be at my best game. Again, it depends on the situation. If you're my first reading of the day and, I'm with you for 45 minutes, good for you. Yay. But if you're my, 16th of the day and you're my 45-minute, I don't know if I had not had adequate breaks, I don't know if I would be able to be on my A game. So just kind of keep that in mind. 15 minutes is a good thing to look for, but listen to what your body says. Okay, you have a client that is constantly asking the same question, and it's frustrating because either you're getting the same answers or you feel like they're not listening. I recommend never do the same question for the same person twice. So many people, the majority of readings that you're going to be getting are about love. It is how it is. You will get some fascinating readings every once in a while, and I love those fascinating readings that ask questions that are not on the topic of love. But, the loved ones are good too. I just kind of like the variety. When you are getting a client, a specific client that is asking every single time that you talk to them, are Billy and I going to make it? Or something of that effect. And you just groan. And you're like, ugh, they're asking the same question. I'm going to give the same answer. Talk to your client and see if you can ask the question in a different way. For instance, am I going to be happy with Billy? Or if Billy and I stay together, is this the best thing for me? Try to get the question reworded, because rewording the question does change the answer. You're not getting the same mundane thing over and over again from the same client, but you're also opening up a new opportunity for new information with different wording. Wording is power. Words are power. Use your words in a way that rearranges and opens up the door to something different. Now, I'm not saying don't be upset that every client you have that day says, is my boyfriend going to break up with me? Or is my girlfriend going to break up with me? Because that's going to happen. I'm talking about the same client asking the same question every time. There are ways to mix it up. So definitely mix around the words a little bit and see what happens, because I promise you it's going to open up something new. Let's see. What if you're having trouble? What if you are doing a reading and you're having trouble for many different reasons, meaning you're not connecting to the cards, you're not connecting to the person, you are feeling either hurried or rushed, or it's just not good. Um, what you can do in those cases is I want you to take a deep breath and just kind of take a step back. I want you to evaluate yourself. Should you be doing this reading right now? And there are times where you really need to, or you have to, because of X, Y, and Z position. It might be part of your job. But if you evaluate yourself and realize that you are not feeling well, if you are distracted, if you are hungry, those things can mess with your reading. I would take a moment to do the things that you need to do. Go get a glass of water, grab a snack. If you're not feeling well, reschedule. Things like that. Pay attention to what your body is telling you, because that will definitely affect the reading. Another thing that may affect the reading is you are not connecting with that person. The person that you are reading is a two-way street. It's a give and take. So for you, reading a particular person, they could be closed off. And that could be for a variety of reasons. They might be testing you. They may not be feeling well. They may not really want to know the answer to the question that they're asking. And they close off. That happens. It really does. And it's exhausting. And trust me, you'll be able to feel it. When that happens, I would do a couple of things. I would ask if they want to reschedule for a different time and try again because you feel like they're maybe not in the right mindset. Or I would ask them another question to get the ball rolling. So maybe the question that they asked was, will I get a raise by the end of the year? Okay. But you see the person kind of going off in space and you're not connecting, and you're reading and they don't like what you're saying, or they're like, that's not right, or ask them another question. Is the reason that you are worried about a raise is because you want to go on a trip by the end of the year? What's the reasoning for this raise? Are you trying to put away money for college? Are you trying to do this? That right there, changing the trajectory of the question, can open up a new dialogue, and it can actually open up the person to what they really want to know. Not everybody asks what they actually want to know. They feel like when they sit down with a tarot card reader that you are psychic and you should know exactly what they want. It doesn't work that way. Whatever reason, sometimes we have to pull out what the exact question is that the person asking really wants. And sometimes it's Q&A. And sometimes you're going to be frustrated because you are reading what they have asked, but they really don't want to know. They want to know this. They just feel like you should know automatically. Remember, no one is actually a mind reader. We might have all of the gifts in the world, but no one reads minds 24/7. So just tell your client, if you get to the point where you're having all sorts of problems and rescheduling is not working, ask them, what do you really want to know? Help me to help you, because I want to give you the best experience. This next question kind of goes into the same way. What if you're wrong? Congratulations, you're human. You're going to be wrong. There is no reader alive who has not been wrong. Your interpretation of the cards is as follows. You do the very best to your abilities for every single reading that you do. You do it with open and honesty, and you tell them everything that you see without filter. It's up to them to interpret what you have given them. This information may not make sense right away, but eventually it's going to click. Just remind people that you are human. You are human. You're going to make mistakes. When that happens, own it. Don't try to hide it. You're like, you know what? You're right. I was completely wrong. Okay, I'm wrong. Let's move on. Let me figure out what I can do to make this right. Or let me read further and see, because just because I got this one part wrong doesn't mean I'm going to get everything wrong. You will have some clients that are going to get angry at you because you are wrong. It happens. Roll with it. I mean, it is hard to not take personally sometimes. But as long as you know you're doing the very best to your abilities, and you are being honest, and you are telling them everything that you see, you should not feel bad, because you are doing the best that you can. Every tarot card reader is different, which leads me into my next question, or my next statement. Well, I have readings from other people about this exact same subject, and they have said something completely different than you. Okay, I'm not them. I get that a lot. I actually get this all the time of, well, I've talked to another person, another reader, a medium, whatever, and they say this, but you say this. Okay. My thing is, everybody has their own gifts. Everybody interprets things differently. All I can worry about is how I'm interpreting what you are asking for right now. I can't speak to what other psychics or other mediums or other fortune tellers or whatever. I can't speak to what they have said because I don't know. I wasn't there. I don't want to say that they were right or wrong because, again, I don't know. I wasn't there. What I'm concerned about now is the conversation that we are having and what I can do for you. I might have picked up something different. They may have picked up something different. The thing is, it's up to you at the end of the day to take what knowledge that we have all given you and interpret it to the best of your abilities. Don't take this time to bash another psychic or to be rude about it, because I have heard people doing that. You don't know this other psychic person, most likely. And you know what? We all interpret things differently. And just because I think the sky is blue and they think the sky is yellow, it doesn't matter. Because the only thing matters is the reading that you are doing with your current client. And you cannot speak to anything else that has been said to them by another psychic. You weren't there. Unless you were there, and then this is weird, but just keep in mind that what other people say is not your responsibility. Your responsibility is you and your client right then. Try to get them over the subject of the other psychic as quickly as possible, because some people will just hound or just be kind of hung up on the other psychic's words and continually bring it in. And this will happen. I guarantee this will happen to you. just smile. Or just say, you know what? I'm working with you now. I want to help. This is how I can help. I'm going to tell you what the cards say, and this is what I think it means. That's all you can do. So these are some questions and some points that I have gotten, and I hope going over this with you has made you feel a little bit more comfortable. If you have any further questions that you want me to answer, please, please, please leave them in the description box below, or the comments box below, not the description box, because I will be happy to talk to you about tarot card reading. And this is a fascinating subject, and we are a fun, interesting community, and we all can help each other out. Even the people who are just beginning, you can teach someone who is a master something that they never thought of before. It's all about community. It's all about learning from each other. There is no one way to do this, which makes being part of the tarot card community so phenomenal. So I'm going to close this out for now. Please, please, please ask your questions. And remember that every single day is a gift. Use your time wisely. All right. Bye for now.